Hi friends, thanks for coming by for an update. So I wanted to include you in this final push. Perry and I, for the last 2 weeks, as you probably know, have been hustling to get our paperwork filed as quickly as possible. If you haven't visited before, my spouse and I are filing for a green card based on our marriage. We are a same-sex couple by the government's definition. And Perry and I have been rushing our process because Perry's mom is undergoing cancer treatment that has become pretty grave as far as diagnosis, and so we are trying to get our green card process so that we can get an advanced parole document for Perry as quickly as possible. But we are in the last stages, thanks to a lot of people and a few law firms and some amazing friends. We got enough information that we were able to figure out how to file our forms ourselves, but with those consultations, so not really all on our own. Huge thank you to Ziggy and to Matt for providing us with some really key legal advice. We really can't thank you enough, and we wouldn't be able to be doing this if we hadn't gotten that assistance. So we have all those forms now that we filled out first by hand and then on PDF files and have now printed, and I'm going to show off my amazing folder system, our amazing folder system. This one was Perry's choice. It has a super cute tennis player on it and some football guys. It contains all of our various applications, and so I'll just read those out to you because you don't know. Form I-131, the application for travel document, which is obviously one of the ones that we are most worried about moving quickly through the process. Here's what the top looks like. When you fill in your information, this crazy barcode gets created. This actually contains everything that we wrote on it in PDF form. Weird. And they just have to scan that barcode in. This is the G325. I'm not going to share this too high because it has sensitive information on it. That's the biographic information. So does the application to register permanent residence or adjust status. This is mostly Perry's information and contains the 2 pages of yes or no questions about being a terrorist and committing a crime and prostituting or commercial, having any unlawful commercialized vice, including but not limited to illegal gambling. So those all say no. And this is our I-130, our petition for alien relative. This is me filing for Perry based on our marriage. This is the one that the marriage certificate goes with. And this is the I-864. We were waiting for a bunch of documents to go with this, including tax receipts for the last 3 years for me, a letter from my employer, and the last 6 months of pay stubs. So that's this folder. All of those supportive documents are here with kittens. Kittens! Kittens make everything better, which is why all the shittiest documents are in this one. Here is my birth certificate, the letters from Perry's mom's doctors, the letters from my employer, the documents that prove that Perry was here legally in the first place, our marriage certificate from the Washington State Department of Health. Documents and documents and documents. This is just the beginning. How did we keep all this straight, you might wonder? With stampeding horses. The stampeding horses contain the check sheets that we printed off of this book. The Marriage and Fiancé and Marriage Visas, A Couple's Guide to U.S. Immigration System. That's how thick it is. It contains all sorts of valuable information on cases that aren't like ours, but the sections that do pertain to ours is probably about this much reading, along with really great example forms filled out and a glossary of information, and these really valuable checklists to make sure that you're covering all of the information that goes with each of those separate forms that I read out, which all have their own substantiating documents that you have to attach with them in very specific order, etc., etc., along with So there's an example of a checklist with the documents that we don't need crossed off and the ones with the checked boxes filled out. That looks really chaotic on screen, but it makes sense in person. And then our handwritten to-do lists, like this one. Final to-do list, green card adventure. Look at all those check boxes. Oops, look at all those check boxes. Great. So those were all in the horsey folder. All of Perry's life documents are in this handsome, sparkly plaid green folder. And then the documents that were lent to us by a really amazing couple, Ian and Ruba, who completed this process this summer. We have copies of their forms that they allowed us to borrow that are in this gorgeous purple plaid. We have all of the copies of our substantiating documents and all of the originals in a different file folder, and we've been trying to keep all of this together in this giant black mother here. There you go. I wish you were here to see them in person. They're really colorful. I love school supplies. I wish you guys were here in person just to kiss our final envelope goodbye and wish us the best of luck for it arriving safely in Chicago. Please send your good thoughts and share our site still, if you can, please, with friends and family members and work groups and your alumni networks. Really anywhere. We still need to do some serious fundraising if we are going to be able to afford to fly Perry back and forth. We've gotten a lot of support so far, but we're hoping that Perry's going to be able to visit Catherine soon while she is still doing really well, and that the travel document that we obtain is going to allow Perry to go back again for another visit, hopefully both of us to visit, but we are still needing just that extra push from friends to get up to our goal. So please share if you can. If you can't, that's fine. You've already shared so much, and you guys have also donated a lot. We really, really, really appreciate it. Being able to eat while we've gone through this whole process has been really awesome. And I hope that you like our folders, and I hope that you think good thoughts, and I hope that you're all having an amazing week and a good last hurrah of summer. We miss you, and we can't wait to see you again at the other side of this.